In the next 60 seconds, you'll get 2 shiny new metal albums to stream, but if you stay for a few minutes longer, I'll save you the trouble of deciding what to do with them. Plus, at the end of the show, I'll give you a third extreme metal album from my secret collection, too, just to say thanks. Terry here again with Cast Metal and another full metal review. If you like the stuff that is listed here next to me, FMR is for you, because I review and break down the newest extreme releases of the week from my charts, so you get new metal every single day. In episode 42, I reviewed Combi Christ's Planet Doom and Acrid Death's Abominable Presence of Blight, and I added both of them to my library. They are must-hear albums. Last episode has the full breakdown, and in any case, stream them for yourself to see if they fit you. First, we have Profilers, a Digital Nowhere album, and secondly, we have Pestilength's Solar Clorox. They are up for fresh reviews, so let's go. Before I started Profilers, a Digital Nowhere album, I open a page and I see that there are 10 industrial strength sounding tracks totaling 37 minutes. The album cover artwork, as you can see, it's a black and purple pink with bold corporate looking fonts, and I was attracted to it immediately thanks to the artist. Kudos to the album cover artwork guy, whoever you are or girl. Between the album and artwork and the song titles, I visualized something heavy. And although it's categorized as metal in Apple Music, my genre description beforehand right now would probably be somewhere industrial or new metal. But I'll reveal what I thought their actual genre is after the album. All right, let's get right into it. Track 1 opens up with a catchy bass line, right into crushing rhythmic metal guitar, bass, vocals, precision drum line. It's a nice, clean song, scorching fry vocals. It's a great first impression, and it's just nice. Track 2, it rolls heavy with nice, catchy harmonies. It's strong. I can feel goosebumps with this one. It's very Razor electric. Track 3, it is a deeper ballad-style number with a nice pace. It's got great rhythm and harmonies. Track 4, it's another more soulful number with slightly more energy and tempo. Track 5, it's a crushing, dramatic, and punchy with explosive new metal elements type song. Track 6 is driving, deep, and crisp. It has tons of rhythm, harmony, and explosive elements. Really nice. Track 7 smooths out. It's still a heavy number. Track 8 is also, too, another sleepier, soulful number, and it's just right for listening. It's really good. Track 9 snaps back with a stronger, harmonious, rhythmic, and very punchy feel, and it's perfect for that cigarette lighter wave at a live show. And finally, track 10 drifts into the limelight with another soulful track. We have some very strong, creative new metal here in summary. These guys, I'm thinking they must be really anxious to get on the road. What incredible travel music, this would be. And I'm going to imagine that they're going to have a really tremendous live show. So I'm going to describe the recording and sound quality as it's very strong, loud, and it's full from top to bottom. And unfortunately, I found it to be very staticky and distorted throughout, with the exception of maybe 1 or 2 of the more final tracks. They were a little cleaner. The production and musicality was quite refined. The energy and intensity here was super high. Rhythm and tempo, it was excellent with beautiful harmonies all the way through. Lyrical theme, I find, is more emotional, dystopian. Becoming a mainstream or radio act here, it's likely. I don't have access to modern rock or metal radio channels around me where I live. I'm going to imagine that they probably are on the radio right now at this particular point. The range, flow, and layout of the album, it seems a little scattered. The tracks are arranged awkwardly, in my opinion only. They remind me of Limp Bizkit, Linkin Park in that range. ChatGPT says about the same thing, but they also add Papa Roach and Static X somewhere in those areas. I describe the vocals as rangy, clean, with a great fry mix. This guy is actually a very gifted vocalist, beautiful, beautiful singer. While the guitars I can only describe as full, razor sharp with awesome rhythms and harmonies. The bass section, it was thick, present, and very bubbly, very strong. The drums and percussion performance was excellent, full, tight, snappy from top to bottom. And lastly, I rate this album as a spicy hot feel. I gave it a seismic reading of 5.9. I think this would be great on a road trip for sure. And the general feeling I got during this session was on the electric goosebump side. It led me to give this album rather a lighter tonality shade. And the overall color or colors I'm going to describe as hot purple and pinks. And yes, I believe that you're going to get many women on board with some of these really deep ballads here. In summary, my predictions from earlier were quite bunk. I did say industrial. They are not industrial, but they are nu metal. So I was about halfway there. The official bio does say nu metal. And my favorite tracks, they were all good. I really don't usually get 5 ballads out of 10 on an album, though. But they were really good. And as a final note to the band themselves, guys, the music here is hot. It's great stuff. They're all hit worthy. I cannot for the life of me figure out why the noisy, mostly distorted, very staticky recording. I could listen to this stuff all day. I listen to everything all day. I listen to death metal, whatever. I could listen to Profiler all day, but the recording itself was quite annoying, to be very frank with you. And I know that you're trying to reach a broader audience, and I know that there was a lot of pride and energy in this. It was massive, and I'll spin this one more time, but I'm probably not going to keep it in my collection just on the merit from the recording. Sorry, but I don't want to be dishonest about this, okay? So next up, we move forward, and we're getting into Pestilength right now. Our second album is Solar Clorox from Pestilength, and I open a page and see that there are 9 strong-sounding tracks totaling 36 minutes. The album cover artwork, as you can see, is mysterious and colorful with no fonts. So I couldn't make out what I was doing here by the font work. I was attracted immediately to it, so thank you to the artist. It's beautiful. It's a kaleidoscope of different emotional dark colors. My first impression this time, it has me visualizing something heavy, but without the fonts, I really am at a loss here. So it's categorized in Apple as death and black metal, but I know that they don't use all the metal terms that we use. So I'm going to predict right now, I'm just going to say death metal. I'm going to play it safe here. And I'll do this beforehand, but I'll reveal what they are afterwards towards the end of the show. So track 1, it opens with an ominous, short instrumental peek at what I may expect. Track 2, it's like a plate of deep, crushing, rangy, crazy strong rhythm and super grinding, deep reptilian metal. It's intriguingly different. And I cannot, at this point, put my finger on an actual genre here. This is really cool stuff. Track 3 is ultra grinding, ultra deep rhythmic. It's pure metal warfare with these explosive bursting riffs and harmonies. Track 5, it's like a ride into the void, like an end of day soundtrack. Then track 6, it's just warped. At this point, I'm going to break through about halfway through the album, and I'm going to say, stream it for yourself and see how unique this is. Track 7, it's rangy, and it goes from warped reality to like a thrashing doom sound. Track 8, it's a slower track, reminiscent to me of Black Sabbath's title track song, Black Sabbath, but with real fierce reptile fry vocals. Finally, track 9, it thunders on with deep, ominous harmonies and biting deep rhythms, massive range. It's an awesome grand finale, and these guys need to be proud of themselves. Pestilength has a trippy sounding, warped reality, the end is here nightmarish feel to them. It's different, it's intriguing, it's grinding, it's ultra black, ultra deep. I'm getting a Voivod vibe at this point, and it's actually very smart. The recording and sound quality here was clean, professional, full, top to bottom. Great job. Production and musicality was very raw. Energy and intensity was variable. Rhythm and tempo was trippy, all over the place. Great where, it needed to be. And it kind of went off into some different harmonies. So the lyrical theme here is, I think, quite frankly, it's more akin to the vocalizations are meant to match the instruments. Okay, they're very low, reptilian-like. Becoming a mainstream act here is not going to be a possibility. They will belong, I believe, with this attitude with the Metal Warriors forever. Range and flow and layout out of the album is consistent. Tracks are arranged meticulously. They remind me personally of Condemned, and I didn't like what ChatGPT had to offer, so I'm not even going to go there with them because they don't sound like anything that they listed. I described the vocals as expressive, massively reptilian, and it's just there to complement the instruments more than to try and sing along. It's really a must-hear for yourself situation. The guitars I can only describe as big, abstract, with excellent rhythm and solo work. Bass section was big, bubbly, present, and finally the drums and percussion performance was full, tight, with good range and snap. And this band was all bare bones in the studio. There's no samples, there's no extra sounds. It is just pure metal. General feeling I had during this review was white knuckles, which led me to give this album a pitch black tonality shade and an overall color or colors. I have to ask the question, what color is Nuclear Winter? Because that's this band right here. I have no color rating for them. Lastly, I rate the temperature as ultra cold. Seismic reading of 8.5. They were monstrous. And I'm going to keep them from everyone, not just my wife. I don't think I'm going to tell anyone but the viewers that are out there to give it a try for yourself. In summary, my predictions from earlier were completely bunk. I said death metal, and my official reveal is I'm going to say it's some kind of doom metal. It's not even black. The official bio, as I looked at it, it said that it is black and doom metal. So I was on the pin, but I'm not getting anything black. I would remove black metal from this, okay? The vocal, there's no black metal vocal traits. It sounds just like a demon emerging from a volcano. My favorite tracks, they were all disturbingly good. And as far as collectability, well, I'm going to do it. I am going to do it, guys. I'm going to grab this and I'm going to listen to it. Great job, Pestilength. So we move forward to the end of the show, and that's it for today, my friends. For FMR, I'm going to dig into my treasure chest and I'm going to try and match Pestilength's performance with my own here. I'm going to recommend Condemned's Demonium album. It's their newest one. That again is Condemned's Demonium album, and that's just for you, just to say thanks for hanging out with me today. And guys, please remember to support your favorite metal artists, stream them, engage them on social, Buy the merch, see them live if you can, and join me again soon for another episode of FMR. Finally, please hit that subscribe button because metal music matters. I'm here to help. Set up your notifications and get your new music here first. Cheers, everybody. Happy Sunday night.